We have huge breaking news. Sports e-commerce company Fanatics has agreed to acquire sports trading card company TOPPS. That's right, TOPPS, the sports cards in a box with the bubble gum, all nostalgic. Well, they have been acquired for north of $500 million. And if that number sounds crazy to you, what if I told you that earlier this year, they were valued at close to $1.3 billion? That's right. We'll get to the story where their value got cut in more than half in just a little bit. But first, in this video, I'm going to be telling you why this deal happened, how it's a huge deal for the alternative asset space, and of course, how you can make money off of it. Let's get into it. Now, first, it's important for you to know how the sports card industry has been absolutely exploding during the pandemic. What if I told you that this sports card right here is worth over $2,000? It's Jalen Hurts, QB of the Eagles. There's only 10 of these that exist with this gold, nice shimmer, which makes it shine like that. And this grade up here, when you look at its quality, how there's no scratches on it or anything like that. The corners are in good condition. It's a 10 out of 10. And that's what makes this worth over $2,000 to other collectors or investors. But the crazy thing is that this card is really not worth much at all. There are Patrick Mahomes cards that are worth over $500,000. Michael Jordan cards have gone for over $1 million since the pandemic started. People are collecting these cards, investing in them just like they are pieces of art. And really, that's what they are, right? It looks good. It's on cardboard. It's scarce. And I can tell my friends, look at this thing right here. Don't you want it? Because not a lot of other people have it. Now, for decades, TOPPS has been one of the top companies in this industry. In fact, they were founded in 1938 and have been absolutely crushing since. That's why when you think of baseball cards, you think of TOPPS, right? It's a really strong brand. And they've kept up this domination, competing with another company called Panini, not the sandwich. It's the name of the company. It's a European thing. And what makes these companies dominate the industry, what gives them their value, is that they have the legal rights, the licenses to put the logos, so like NBA or NFL in this case, on the card itself. So they have the player's likeness, their image with the logo. And that is what an investor or a collector looks at and says, that card right there, that is the official one for that player that I should collect. And for years, TOPPS has owned the rights for all baseball cards. They own the MLB license. And so still, when you think baseball cards, you think TOPPS. Now, Panini has owned the rights for football and NBA cards. So there's still a battle within this. There's multiple companies in this space distributing and making these cards. But here's the thing. Earlier this year, Fanatics swooped in and absolutely turned the industry on its head. Where they were usually selling, for example, the NFL jerseys, those come from Fanatics when you go and buy those online. They entered this space now and they said, no, we want a piece of the sports card market. Now, what they did is they understood that in order to come into this market, they had to get those licenses. They had to get the rights to put the logos on these different sports cards. And so they negotiated a deal with the MLB to say, hey, we will actually cut you guys into this deal. In fact, we'll cut the players into this deal. And so it's not just us, this company with the license, getting rich off of here. Everyone can enjoy the profits from selling these cards that are appreciating in value. And the MLB, the Players Association, said, yes, we want that. We're going to take this deal from TOPPS, the legendary company, and now we are going to give it to you, the newcomer, Fanatics. And so in 2022, TOPPS license is gone. And in 2023, Fanatics holds the license for the MLB. And they didn't just stop their crushing there. They went and they got the licenses for the NBA and the NFL, and those will begin working in their favor in 2025 and 2026. This is a monopoly in the making. One company that holds all the marbles for the sports card market. And so with our breaking news story, TOPPS realized without this license, really they're just a brand name. I mean, I think they actually still sell candy. They have the bubblegum arm of their business, but without the sports cards for the baseball sports card company, they are really in for it. So what they did, now taking this brand name, they have sold it to Fanatics. And it's a good deal for them, right? When you think of baseball cards, you think of TOPPS. And so of course, that's going to be really valuable, north of $500 million valuable for Fanatics. And with that comes the designs of the cards, right? The things that collectors like. And so it's a great move for Fanatics because all of a sudden they go from having to create their own brand new cards that investors and collectors were going to have to emotionally connect with and want to buy. But now they don't have to do that. They don't have to disrupt the current market at all because they just take what everyone accepts and loves, TOPPS cards, and they can sell them to those investors and collectors. Genius move. They own the brand. When people think of baseball cards, they think of TOPPS. And so you're saying, John, this is great information, but how can I make money from this? And two ways right here. Number one, it is a great market signal, really, really strong, that Fanatics is pouring so much money into this industry. As someone who likes sports cards, who invests in them, trying to flip them for more, I love that a company is looking to go and spend millions, potentially billions of dollars to build the market up even more, right? That just means that another company's incentivized to boost my asset's value. I like that a lot. That actually makes it promising to say the market's been going up. I think it can keep on going. And so if you haven't considered buying sports cards, alternative assets, it is a whole other world. But these things, they look like art, right? Millennials, all of us, we go, do I want to buy a Saisonte, or I don't even know if that's wine or art, whatever. Or could I buy something that actually I understand, right? I can buy this asset that is tied to a player, and this is a lot of fun. I could root for them while I watch them. As they play better, the value of my card goes up. It's a whole other game, and I think the market is looking very promising. And number two, Fanatics has already announced that they want to go public. And so, like I was just saying, if you believe the sports card market is going to go up and Fanatics pretty much has a monopoly, don't say that too loudly for the SEC to hear, on the sports card market, well, then they would be a good company to bet on. And they've already been selling NFL merch for so long that this is going to be really easy for them to integrate sports cards into all of their other offerings and really boost sales. So when they finally go public, I think their stock could be a great buy, depending on what their actual value is. All the disclaimers, lawyers in the back, are we good? Yeah, so they could be a good buy. That's two ways to make money on how Fanatics is buying TOPPS.